Hello, YouTube, my YouTube family. You're in a different location, aren't you? This is kind of wild and weird. Although, let me see if I can move you somewhere else. Oh gosh. Is that better? You can see that I'm still very tired, but I'm not as tired as I was. I'm actually out in my husband's shop. It's a mess out here. The ball game is on the radio, and my kids are experiencing their childhood, and I'm embracing it. I'm going to be completely frank with you. I've really been having a hard time with some things. I know my last video, I probably looked terrible, and I was talking about homeschooling. In this video, there's really no point. Sorry, I just heard them. I see Pete. I just decided now would be a great time because I'm by myself for a minute. I haven't been in the best place mentally. I feel like I'll just put that out there. I'm not going to share a lot of details, but probably not the best place lately. But I've really been trying to make sure that I stay in the moment with my kids because I've been trying, unconsciously, I've been trying to go very inward. When you have kids, that's not a good idea. So I'm trying to stay present and in the moment, but this is nice because they're playing on their own, and it's so fun to watch them. It's so fun to watch their games and what they come up with, and it's irreplaceable, really. It really is. So, yeah, it's chilly outside. I'm ready for summer to come. And no, that's not why mentally I'm not doing the best. It's circumstantial, it really is. And it'll be fine because I just had an experience. I just had an experience that God really took over for me. That's the best way I know to tell you. Hi, where's your sister? Is she coming? Okay, keep playing. Oh, good. Oh, no. So, yeah, I may talk about that later. I know I say that a lot in videos, but I may talk about that later. It's different than the homeschool thing. We'll address that later. My eyeball itches. Leave it on. Leave it on and go play. Yes. Because it's cold. What was I going to talk about, though? Because there was something I was going to address. Something I was going to kind of talk about. We just got back from our trip. Oh, maybe I was going to talk about my job. I got a new job. In the midst of everything going on, I got a new job. God works in really mysterious ways and really crazy ways. He brings things around in really strange ways at really strange times. There should be no reason that I can't make it work, and I'm trying to make it work because this job is perfect for me right now. It is perfect. So what it is every Monday afternoon going and doing their produce truck, and every other Friday going and cleaning. And it is our local health food store. And, I'll get into more of this later, but I've always been very into the more natural side of things. I am a redhead, see that? And Western medicine doesn't work very well on me. And I thought maybe I was cuckoo bananas until I learned that there was science behind that. There really is. And people know that. I mean, whenever I go in to go get my dental work done, you got to have extra shots and stuff like that because you're just more resilient to it. So that said, the natural treatments, natural medicines, all of that has always been more effective for me. And we have been seeing a naturopath doctor. So I'm interested in those kind of things, and I shop the health food store. It's expensive. It is expensive. So I'll be honest with you. You're gonna see me do like Thrive Market boxes unboxing, and I probably I rely on my Thrive Market stuff more probably than the health food store. I love the health food store. It is more expensive, but that's okay. That's all right. It isn't, especially for our rural area. We're not super rural. I mean, there's more countryside places to live, but we are kind of rural. And I just feel like it is a blessing to have something like this store in our area. It is a phenomenal store. There's an entire room dedicated to supplements, and then on the other side it's like a grocery store. I mean, they carry a little bit of everything. Really wonderful cleaning supplies, makeup, freezer items, refrigerated items, produce, dry goods. I was gonna say self-care, that's not right, but hygienic products. They carry a little bit of everything. They really have an amazing store, and I've always loved going in there. And so now I actually work there, which is crazy. And again, it's not that much. It's the afternoon. It's literally from 12:30, 1 o'clock to about 4:30, 5 o'clock on Mondays, and Friday mornings from about 8 to 10:30, 11, something like that. Nothing crazy, and that's every other Friday too. But it's working for me right now, and I'm excited about something new. Sometimes it's hard. So, and that sounds so stupid that sometimes it's hard for me to set aside that time to go to a job, because so many parents are working parents, and one thing is, I don't take that for granted. I'm so blessed to be at home with my children. They are my priority. I look at them as really hard work, but I look at them as the best job I've ever had, that I love, maybe to a scary point. Does that make sense? So they're going to be my priority. You know what I mean? And this video does tie into the homeschooling element, because we are at that point of, are we going to homeschool or are we not going to homeschool? So any decisions that I make right now have to be able to coincide with homeschooling, should we decide to do that. And what I'm doing, this job can work with homeschooling very easily. So, and it could form into something else or something more. I don't know. I'm just praying about it and giving it to God, because that's what I'm having to do with everything right now. But it's really amazing how it came about. They do not advertise when they're looking for employees. And I was referred to them months ago, maybe even a year ago. And I reached out to them and they said, no, we're good right now. We really don't need anybody. The only reason I reached out is because I was told to by the person that referred me. So I just didn't know. And then they called me out of the blue when another door kind of closed on me. I was doing some work here at my home to try to generate some income. And no, it's not OF, but it was more manual labor and selling. And my mom is a bookkeeper, and she was absolutely freaking out about taxes. So anyway, really at an amazing time, I received a phone call from the owner of this store and offered me a job. And then, can I tell you something that was really cool that came from that? They offered me more than what I could take. And I said, unfortunately, no, I'm sorry, that's not going to work. I said, but I do know someone that I feel could benefit from my inability to do that. And it was one of my library moms. And she's not doing that, but she is doing something else for them. And I just always say, that's amazing how God works, because she is married in kind of and related in a very weird way to the family that referred me to work there. Okay, I have to go. My child's doing something dangerous, but I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.